There is a saying that it's always wrong to lie. We just saw 3 of them in one chapter. The 9th commandment says we should never bear false witness against our neighbor or anybody. And I'm going to ask you, is it ethical to post a beware of dog sign on your fence to deter a burglar even when you don't own a dog?
Sure.
Is it ethical for a woman to fake a heart attack or to pretend to faint when she's attacked by a rapist? Or to say, I have AIDS? Or for her to call out to her husband as if he were actually close by when he's not? Or for her to tell her assailant, she's got some sexually transmitted disease or something, right? Were the Allies of World War II justified in deceiving Hitler concerning the location of the Normandy invasion? Is it ethical for police to operate in unmarked cars?
Yes.
After all, by using unmarked cars, they're deliberately deceiving us into thinking they're civilians. Is it ethical for a pregnant Chinese mother to lie to Chinese police that she's not pregnant for a second time when it's against the law to have more than one child so that, they won't take her by force and give her a forced abortion, which is what they do? If it's not ethical to lie there, then perhaps you see murder or abortion, murder,
Is it ethical? Goose decoys?
Okay.
Is it ethical to put out goose decoys?
Is it ethical to lie to the geese? Geese decoys.
Oh my goodness.
So, if you have guns, what are you going to do if Biden is elected and the guns will be confiscated, and when they come to your house to collect your guns, what are you going to say?
Voting accident.
Not here.
Is it ethical for police to conduct undercover plainclothes investigations that by definition demand that they deceive people concerning their identity and their intent?
Yes.
Is it ethical to lie to somebody about where you're taking them in order to keep the secret of a surprise birthday party in their honor?
Well. I don't think some of those are questions of ethics.
And why is that?
Because I think they're superficial.
Well, the
like
question
birthday
is it
party.
ethical or not? If you don't think it's ethical, well, I guess.
Ethics are established by social morals.
What was that?
And if it's acceptable to society, it's acceptable.
If God says, again, I started with it, if God says do not bear false witness,
Yes, that's different.
okay, do not lie, are these things, these examples I give you, are they okay? How about what we've already seen?
Is it ethical to disappoint all the people at the party that are waiting for the guests?
Was it ethical for Abraham to say his wife was his sister? Like Joe Biden did.
Is bearing false witness simply lying, or is there more to bearing false witness?
It's lying about what you yeah, I mean, there's lying which intentionally, I'm going to intentionally deceive you so you do not know the truth.
So that would be false witness.
For some, okay, but, but that's what these are. False witness, I'm going to say something about you that isn't true. I'm going to say I saw something or heard something that you did when I did. That'd be bearing false witness.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like gossip?
No.
Just false witness. So, okay, here are a couple more things. When asked by Pharaoh
Yeah, there you go.
why they didn't obey his command, the midwives tell him it's because the Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women, right? They're virus. They give birth before a midwife. Oh, that just Somebody just flipped. Before the midwife can arrive, they said, before we get there, the kid's already born, because
Because we're all
he
sick.
wants them dead. So God issues his verdict on their behavior, where it says in Exodus, he dealt well with the midwives and he gave them families because they did that.
Yeah. Does it say because they lied or because they dealt kindly with the Hebrew women?
How did they deal with it?
What's the verse?
It's verses 20 and 21.
Okay.
Yeah, go to Exodus 1.
Aren't you splitting straws when Christ went to the cross and it made it mute? If it's a sin either way, or not a sin, Christ went to the cross and buried it.
Yeah, he did. But I'm just saying, again, I mean, we see, regularly these appearances where this shows up. And here's one example. Here's another one. James 2, verse 25. It talks about Rahab and holds her up as an illustration of how good works flow from genuine saving faith. And it says, in the same way, was not also Rahab the prostitute justified by works when she received the messengers and sent them out by another way?
There's a hierarchy.
Oh, what she does. That's the sending them out by another way. That's what it is. That's because she goes, go that way, and she tells the guys, oh, aren't they, they already left. They went that way. So Rahab communicates a falsehood to protect the spies, and she's applied for it.
Not for the lie, for protecting them and believing God.
How did she protect them?
But
By lying. But watch.
She didn't have to lie. She sent them out another way.
Yeah, but she did lie to them.
What she did.
there's a hierarchy.
There's nothing wrong with
The moral responsibility, the highest, is to protect life.
Right.
And so if a lie comes before, in service of protecting life.
If somebody's
almost
coming to
all
kill
of
these
those
people I'm
examples-
guarding, and you say, are they here? I'm going to say no.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
But how many times?
Is it even a lie? I mean, see,
Still a lot.
we got to really think it through. Yeah, we got to think it through and go, what is God getting at? It's the lies that are harmful. It's the lies that would create harm. It's the lie that would get you killed. It's the withholding of truth purposely to get you in a compromised situation, to hurt you, damage you, kill you.
And
About
what if-
motive,
Hmm?
about like motive, the intent or the motive.
Yeah, what's the motive?
But what if, and how many times have you heard people say, God forgive me for what I'm about to say because I know it's a lie. But I need to direct these people a different direction or these people are going to get hurt.
Well, it's like the examples I gave you, the police. I've heard of women, I've heard the story. The women you're about to get raped and they go, I got STDs or I got, and it stops the rape.
Right?
I mean, are you going to shame them for lying? Are you
No.
kidding me?
No.
Please tell me you did not do that. So in the same way, it's like,
There's no malevolent in with that.
oh my gosh. Yeah.
How about those that were hiding the Jews during the Holocaust?
Talk to me about
The
that.
Came in, any Jews here? No, they were in the cellar below.
Right.
They lied to them.
Sure they would. And if you wouldn't lie for me, then remind me not to hide in your basement.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Isn't this passage that Jesus used when he talked to the Pharisees about David eating his showbread bread?
Yes.
It's bad, with
Yeah.
Jesus bringing up as being bad?
Yeah. Yeah, he talks about it. It's Matthew 12, verses 7 and 8. 3 to 4. He talks about how it could be eaten ordinarily by priests, but certainly by those who are ceremonially pure.
The Ten Commandments, they also take 6 incorrectly, where you say you cannot kill, but it means you cannot murder.
It's murder.
Difference. difference.
There's a
It's the
difference.
same thing, there's a difference between lying to protection
Right?
and false witness against someone.
Right. Right. And watch. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah,
Because God doesn't say, you shall not kill.
no,
Okay? Because there's folks who will say, you should never kill, no matter what, you know, that somehow, no, that's a misunderstanding. You shall not murder. Murder is senseless killing. Right?
yeah.
There's a time to kill.
Yes, there
The
is.
Bible says that.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a time to deceive.
Yes.
Sure there is. Sure. Because what's forbidden is the kind of deception that leads to evil. It's an evil deception that promotes or protects evil, compared to, no, I'm actually stopping evil by not telling you the truth. Because you don't deserve to know the truth.
Right.
Which is, again, what, you know, I talked about Sunday morning, that's in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11, where it says, God sends a powerful delusion so that they believe what is false. They believe a lie. Why? Because at one point, again, yeah, you just go, I went into it at length Sunday morning, but
Whose lie are we talking about?
David.
David's lie for pretending to be crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, had he not pretended to be crazy and they killed him, he couldn't fulfill God's prophecy.
right.
Exactly.
Because they would have killed him on the spot.
Right.
Could
So I was
they-
out to kill him.
If he is God's choice, can they kill him? No, they cannot kill God's choice. God can protect him, or our God is
What
limited.
the word says.
Our God
Wait, say that again?
Are we limiting God? Can he not save utterly? If he can save utterly, he can save David from being killed by Saul. If we don't believe that, then we have a limited God.
No. No. God, that's not a limited God at all. It's that there's nothing wrong with what David did to save his own life.
God wouldn't have included it in the word.
Who said that wasn't an idea God planted in his head?
No.
God is not the father of lies, Satan is.
Yeah, but we just read.
God sent a delusion.
I mean, God actually does that. And
It's not
God-
of God, he sent it.
I think there's you have a misunderstanding of again what a lie is. Like the difference between murder and killing. It's both the way somebody is no longer alive. It ends a life, murder and killing, but one's justified and one's not. And again, not to spend more time on this, but there is a time clearly I'm going to say there's righteous deception. Absolutely. You win wars through it. You catch the bad guy from it. You save your own life from it. The woman being raped. I mean, God's all powerful, but does he stop women from being raped? Yes or no?
No.
No, he doesn't. You know how many women are raped? Oh my Lord. Women are raped all the time. I know Christian women who are
I've
raped.
never been raped, yet I had a man approach me.
Well, good for you, but you know how many women have been raped? Oh my gosh.
Not to the fault.
Oh, Lord, there's so many women who've been raped. Christian women who've been raped.
Yes.
And God didn't stop it. I mean, God doesn't stop the evil of the world. I mean, part of it's up to us to maneuver and to do what we got to do. That, you know, smart. We use every tool we can to protect others, to protect ourselves. Right? There's no fault in that.
Getting back to what you said about a lie being a true lie to advance evil, here's an example of one, 2 Samuel 13. And this is talking about David's son Amnon, and he had a friend, and Amnon became depressed because he wanted his sister, his own sister, and his friend said to him, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "Oh, I want my sister, but she's my sister." And he said, "Well, here's how you do it." And Jonadab said unto him, "Lay thee down on thy bed, and make thyself sick, and when thy father cometh to see me, say unto him, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come, and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight that I may see it, and eat it at her hand." And that was a lie, and that's what he did, and he
And it led to
his
evil.
sister.
Yeah. So, Okay, chapter 22.